What is up, guys? Today it is here. Got Bmasjr right there. I was just gonna show you a little something about the new season 5 and what I've been working with here. So I haven't really been messing with a lot of gods too much. I did do a couple videos, or I've been watching a couple videos on the Guardians. I specifically wanted to focus out on Fafnir here. I was gonna show you kind of what I do with his build here. It's quite good. I just played a game with it and it worked out really good for me, like really good. All right, so usually I like to go. I'm a big meditation cloak person. Some people don't like it. Some people prefer magic shell. Do whatever, I guess this really is depending on you, but I'll show you what I do. So I'm just gonna kind of like, yeah, you'll see. All right, so once you get to meditation built, what I've noticed so far with this new season, there's jungle camps. They always spawn back super fast. So for me, a big thing is movement speed. I'm a big Joust player. I don't play much Conquest. So what I like to do with him is I like to go to the Traveler shoes, just because you get that additional 20% movement speed. It's really good. It's really effective. It helps. It gets you in the fight, gets you in the lane a lot faster, especially when you have to go back. Of course, the next item, it's really good this season, and I'm actually very happy for that. Gauntlet of Thebes. I usually like to build that my second item. I forgot about this. Usually, see popular items. Usually I'll go into a blessing. I typically like to go Mage's Blessing with him. You can go Guardians if you want. I mean, it will help you. It's kind of like, using the Watcher's Gift when you have Guardian's Blessing on. But I found that throwing that hammer with the Magi's Blessing really puts on a fat bit of damage. So that's exactly what I've been rolling with here recently. And then really it just depends on like who you're fighting, honestly, at this point. I mean, if you're really heavy on the physical, I usually tend to like to go to Sovereignty just for a little bit. It helps out your team. Gives you health protections. I mean, it's an overall really great item to have. So I'll throw that on. And then by this point, if you're playing good, you're building, the game's going great. You should be looking pretty good right here alone. What I like to do just to add the extra movement speed and to kind of help out my teammates a little bit, I like to go into defensive here, and this new item that they added, the Talisman of Energy, or Talisman of Energy, however you say it, it's really good. It's getting a killer assist on enemy causes an allies within 55 units to gain a stack of energy. Provides 1% movement speed, attack speed, 5 MP5 per stack, and it lasts for 6 seconds. And it stacks 10 times. So I mean, it's really great. I mean, it gives you a lot of health. I mean, right off the bat, with all of these items built, let's see, your health is already at 3,045. So I mean, right here alone, you're gonna be tanky. You're gonna be pretty solid on the damage, or not necessarily the damage, but on the protections. Yeah. So this is pretty much what I have at the moment. What I like to do here, I mean, it really depends on who you're fighting. I kind of like using a lot of relics. Relics are kind of like my deal here. So let's just see here. Let's just pretend like we're fighting some heavy people here, and we're just gonna want to buy. Okay, no, let's just throw on Horrific Emblem, for example, okay? Now, this is what I was running last game. I mean, your starter items can really just vary. If you really do like using your relics, I definitely recommend coming down to, like, the utilities. Let's see here, and getting Relic Dagger. Relic Dagger is going to be nice, and I mean, it gives you a huge amount of health. I mean, let's just see here. Let's just look at the stats again, just so we can kind of really look at it. If I can find the item again. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was under utility. Apologies for this. Alright, well, I can't find it anymore. That's cool. Alright, well, pretty much, that's going to give you cooldown reduction on your relics. It's really great. It gives you 300 health, too. So now look at the health right here. You're going to be at 3,300. I mean, right there alone, you're going to be beyond tanky. I mean, this right here, this is a good build. I mean, you got the Traveler's Shoes, you got this item right here. It's like the Talisman of something, and I mean, this gives you superior, like you're just gonna be running super fast. It's great. It's a really good item to have. And so I guess this last item, I mean, it can really vary on whoever you're fighting. I mean, you can use that as a luxury item. What I would like to do, depending on how the game's working, you could probably go into like, let's see, you could probably go in for like some Genji's Guard if you need more protections. Genji's Guard is really good. I mean, it gives you some CCR protections. It gives you more health, MP5. I mean, it's a good item. You know, it was kind of slept on, I feel like, last season, but I feel like it's gonna make some really good uses in this following season to come. Height of the Urchin. Height of the Urchin is going to be really good. I was, watching some videos before, and usually I was the kind of guy that thought you need to build Height of the Urchin quite early. Well, I mean, it's not necessarily super early. I mean, you might not want to build it super late game either. I mean, it really just depends on how your game's working out. I mean, if y'all are just killing people left and right, which could potentially happen, seeing as how the damage camps and all the other camps are coming up a lot faster, your teammates are going to want to get there, try to get that extra XP. So, the more kills could potentially be a thing. Jade Emperor's Crown, really good item. If you're fighting somebody that's heavy on the physical, if you're fighting, an assassin, a really good assassin, or a warrior that's doing nothing but damage, it's just... the last item's really up to you. And, I mean, so far, I mean, this is what you got. It's really good. Let's see here. And this is not necessarily, as you can see, I mean, I'm just going straight in a row. Like, this is the build. All of it. That's how I would have it right there. As far as like early game and you're looking for some potions and stuff, a lot of people they wanna go with like the magical, or not the magical, excuse me, the like the pods, the health pods and whatnot. I've been seeing recently that the Chalice of Healing is really good. I mean, let's see, you get 250 health over 25 seconds. I mean, that's a lot. You get 3, so let's see. That's like, yeah, that's a lot of health. That's a lot of health. That's more health than you can get out of healing potion. And on top of that, I mean, yeah, it's 300 gold, but I mean, you can refill it. So, it's not too bad. And like I said before, I mean, some people would rather prefer healing potions if you're a jouster. If you're a conquest, you might be wanting to go for like Chalice of Healing. And then if you're good on mana early game, you feel like you don't need any, you could potentially go like... what's that one item? It's one of the Chalice. Here it is, Chalice of the Oracle. I mean, then again, if I have any Conquest people watching me, you're probably like, well, that doesn't make sense. Well, I don't really play much Conquest myself. I play a lot of Joust. I'm a Jouster. I mean, this is what I did last game right here. I mean, this was my build, and it turned out really great. We won by a lot, actually. I mean, we were superior, and it was great because they would target me, but they couldn't kill me because my sustain, everything, I was just too tanky. I was too fast due to the travelers in this item right here. Now, I mean, if you are fighting somebody that's super heavy, like, I mean, I know a lot of mages this season are going to be going, like, a lot of lifesteal due to that extra item that they added. What is it called here? Bancroft's Talent, this item. Typhon's Fang. A lot of people are going to be doubling up on this. So, I mean, if you really don't like care for this movement speed here, you could take it off and definitely throw on some Pestilence. It's pretty good. And if I would do that, like if you're fighting somebody that has like super magical, like they hurt you, magical people that just super like hurt really bad, you could take this off and you could, switch it over for Sovereignty and go Traveler's Boots, Gauntlet of Thebes, and then go like Pestilence, and then Sovereignty. I mean, it's kind of cool. I mean, the season just came out. We're all kind of still experimenting on what's going to work. The meta hasn't actually like settled down yet, so there's going to be a lot of changes. This might not exactly, be something that's going to be the meta, but this is what I've come up with like so far, I've watched a couple of builds. I kind of played around with it a little bit. I kind of tweaked some things. A couple of things they've never mentioned this item right here. I feel like this item is really good. I feel like the extra movement speed, it's a really good item, especially for your team. It's more like selfless and selfish. I mean, it's kind of like a hybrid type of thing, and it's really good. This is a great build. I mean, this could work for other people. I'm specifically focusing out Fafnir right now. He's currently one of the Guardians that I like playing. as far as like, other guardians are concerned, I couldn't exactly tell you exactly what would be good on them at the moment. I'd have to kind of play around with the builds, tweak them a little bit, just kind of see exactly what happens. And eventually that might be a thing. If I decide that I want to start doing this more often, then I might upload some more videos on different gods, and kind of let y'all decide based on what y'all are watching from my video here, if it's something that is worth a try. And yes, I kind of messed up a lot here. Sorry about that. This is kind of like a one-take video. You can see I don't have like the cool setups like everybody else. So I mean, it's kind of like straightforward, you know. But yeah, I mean, this is my build right here. It works really well. I've always enjoyed Fafnir. I love playing him. He's really great. He's just a really good god to use. So yeah, that was Bmasjr coming to you live from Smite on the 360. Y'all have a great day.